take out the main body. I'll be using this polyester fiber fill. Leave the yarn tail. Then align it like this. Once aligned, sew it stitch by stitch. Just like this. Insert the needle like this and sew stitch by stitch. Pay attention when sewing, because we need to stuff it with fiber fill. So after sewing a few stitches, add a bit of stuffing inside. Then sew some more. Let's leave this yarn tail out for now. We'll tie a knot later. Sew a few stitches first. After sewing a few stitches, focus on this area. Add stuffing first. Fluff it up a bit. Stuff it little by little, multiple times. While stuffing, adjust any uneven parts. Just adjust it a little. After stuffing, continue sewing. Here, continue the sewing. So sew a few stitches, then stuff some fiber fills. Sew a few stitches, then stuff some fiber fills. Pay attention. At the corners, make sure to shape it into a round form. Then, go ahead and sew the rest yourself towards the very end. Note that when only a small opening is left, we should have most of the stuffing inside. Then slowly add more bit by bit and continue sewing. Otherwise, if the opening is too small, you won't be able to add more stuffing. It should be just enough for your hands to fit through. After stuffing and sewing it closed, sew until you reach the yarn tail. Sew back to where the yarn tail is. Tie a knot with the two yarn tails. After tying the knot, directly from here, I mean this spot here, thread it inside. Weave it into any stitch. Do the same for the other yarn tails in a similar spot. Thread it through. First, insert the needle. This way, the knot is hidden inside. You can cut it here, or just tuck it inside. The main body is now complete. Then take out this cream piece. Hold it up to check the position. Now we're going to sew this cream part on. First, find the correct position. The cream started with 40 chains, so it should align with the second round. Just make sure it's level. First, sew the inner round. Find one side, preferably the less neat side, to keep the nicer side facing up. I left a long yarn tail here. Here, once the position on this side is determined, check to confirm which row it's on. Then, when sewing, try to sew directly along that row. Insert the needle at the base here, then bring it up. Bring it to the top. The white yarn is fine. Just need to pull it over to this side. After pulling it to this side, find the round to sew onto. I can see here. It's this position, so it's on this round. You can place a few stitch markers along this round. This makes it more visible. It's on this row. Here's a marker. Then sew along this row, directly on this row, extending it over. This row. This is to avoid getting lost while sewing later. Double check the positioning. Each peak should be on top of this row. Just follow this guide to sew, because the bottom part is a bit tricky to sew, so be careful. Return to this row. Return to the stitch marker position. That's fine. We'll deal with it after finishing the sewing. Sewing along this row, the needle comes up from below, then goes down into this row. Either come up from below and go down from above, or vice versa, like this. After going in and pulling the yarn through, then go into the next stitch beside it. Just follow this path. Now the needle is below. Insert it like this. After going into that stitch, come back up to the top. You see, it's above and below this row. Then came out from the next stitch over. Pull it snug, so the sewing line is less noticeable. Continue. Now the needle is on top. Then go through the white part. Pay attention, because there are 2 skipped stitches below, or 1, so skip correspondingly to, or 1 stitch above. Then go across. Go horizontally. Insert the needle. Pull it through. While sewing one side, judge the distance. Adjust as needed. Here, there are 2, so I should skip to above as well. Come up to the top. Continue in this manner, checking the alignment as you sew. Sewed all the way to the end. I tried just now. Using a stiffer needle might be easier. Directly go into the row below the one we're sewing onto. The row below the target row, go through the white piece. Then pick up a stitch from below and come through. Then go through the white piece again and go down into a stitch below. Sewing stitches by stitches like this will look neater. Use whichever method you prefer. This side is sewn more neatly. Sewed all the way to the end. After sewing this inner layer, there's quite a bit of yarn left. Carry it over to this side. Just weave it through the inside. Don't pull too tight when carrying the yarn. Don't pull this stitch too tight. Now sew the outer cream peaks. The outer part is simpler. Just sew a few stitches roughly. For example, at my current position. Straighten the peak, then come out from this stitch hole. Wherever your yarn is, come out from there, then skip a few stitches. Trying to let the yarn travel on top. Don't just pull it straight down. You can pull it down, but pull it snug. Then straighten the cream peak. Try not to leave any gaps showing. You can also sew a stitch right at the gap. That's fine too. Basically, join them together. Then come through and go down. Pull it tight, and they are sewn together. This secures this spot. After securing here, sewing this cream peak. For 1 to 2 stitches, determine the tip's position at the tip here. Sew a stitch, then come back. After sewing, continue. Straighten each cream peak and sew all the way around. When you get near the end, if the yarn runs short, weave the needle into the middle. Then tie a knot here. Tie the knot several times. After tying the knot, weave the yarn tail to the outside again. Hide it inside so it's concealed. It won't show. Then continue, carrying it to the outside. Then continue sewing. After the final stitches, return to the white part. The yarn came out from here. Go back into the same hole or the one next to it to tie off. Make a knot. There's a hole here. Insert the needle and pull it out. Pull tight. After pulling tight, wrap the yarn. Once or twice around the needle. Wrap it twice around the needle. Then hold the base firmly. Hold it tight and pull the loop through. Pull the yarn through. This creates a knot. Then go back through the same hole you just came from. Pull tight to hide the knots inside. Woven in the end a few more times. Then cut the yarn. The donut is now complete.